Hi, everyone. Yes, I chopped it all off. Hope everybody's having a great day. Saturday. I wonder what that is. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this is for the reseller challenge for reseller rowboat Beth, and we're supposed to tell you something that are actually three things that you may not know about us. Um, it's kind of hard because I see you guys every day, Monday through Friday. So it's a little difficult to actually do that because I think that you guys know just about everything there is to know about me and everybody on the panel. Let's see. Okay, so I've been thinking about this. Just trying to figure out what to say on here because I have absolutely no idea. Um, so one is that, let's see, I believe it's about my Aunt Edna. So we were close to her, but she lived kind of far. She was like four hours away or something. And so we didn't really get a whole lot of, how would you say, interaction with her. She would come down occasionally, but she was, she was pretty old. Um, but she would come down on occasion and visit us, but we didn't really get a whole lot of interaction with her until she was in her older, kind of elderly years. But I mean, she didn't really act. She she was widowed, um, or she was a widow, and she kind of had a different life. Like, she didn't marry until she was, I think she was almost 40, or maybe a little bit older than that. She didn't have any kids of her own. Um, she kind of lived her life, not alone because she had a lot of family, and if she couldn't, if she wasn't, she lived near family that that knew her and she knew them, and so she was very close to them. Um, and this was my father's mother's sister. Um, so when she came down to our hometown, she didn't, and this probably doesn't even have anything to do with me, but it was the only thing I could come up with. Um, so she came down and she lived with us, or she lived in our hometown, I should say. Um, and she got like a modular home, mobile home thing, and she was in a mobile home park for seniors and everything. So at this point, I think my mom had just. I think she was around while she was still there, but um, the reason why I'm telling you this is, just give me a minute. I'm telling a story. Um, yeah, leave a comment in the comments if you like the do. So it's very short, but I love it. I love this hairstyle. I think it looks good, and it's very cool. Perfect timing. Anyway, so she lived in this area, and I really didn't, I mean, I knew her, but she was like a distant, we didn't get a whole lot of interaction with her, like I said. So, let's see, where was I at? So I kind of, oh, I would say, befriended her in a way. I wanted to get to know her better. she was a cool lady. She was religious, but she wasn't fanatical. She was still someone that you could, talk to, and that wouldn't continually, lecture you and preach at you and everything. She was just a cool lady. So I befriended her. Sally was also, really close to her too. Sally had actually lived with her at one point. And so, but I wanted to get closer to her. I wanted to know about her and everything. So, I think it was after my mom had died, and my dad didn't really wait very long after my mom passed away, that he started dating, and he met this lady and everything, and my immediate family was not happy about that. um there was just some it was too soon, we thought, and he didn't really give us time to grieve and all that. Anyway, I'm getting to it. Give me a minute. So basically, I was talking to her about it, and I really wanted some insight and kind of her thoughts on, on that subject. And she said something that really has stuck with me, ever since she said it. But she said, death doesn't have a time frame. It doesn't have a time limit. It doesn't have there's no there's nothing written, that says, when you should start dating, or when you should start, um I don't know what I'm trying to say. When you're when you should start dating, or get together with somebody, or whatever. um and I'm not really sure why I'm telling you this, but I'm just telling you. um so she said that, she said death does not have a timeline. um and so that really stuck with me. And I mean, going through what I did, when I lost Mike, almost 4 years ago, that really rang true. It doesn't have a time frame on it. It's whatever works for you, and if you feel comfortable with it, and if that's what you need at that time, then hey, you go for it. You know. Um. So there you go. That's that one. I don't even know what that was, but maybe I was just getting warmed up. I don't know. Let's see. Number two. So, when I was a very young girl, I have always been boy crazy. Always had a boyfriend, a very young age. And so I found him. I don't know how I found him, but they located me, or I located them somehow. So this one boy I went out with, and he was he was probably about my maybe a year older, maybe even a year younger. I'm not even sure. But we had this plan. None of us had a license. So I would say probably I was 12, 13 years old. And my cousin was with me, and she was a year younger than I was. So we would wait until my mom went to sleep, which was usually, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And we would go to the park. So they would come and pick us up in somebody's van, and we would go to the park and stay at the park, and then they would bring us back home, and we would, go sneak into our rooms somehow. I don't even know how we did all this without somebody hearing us. But yeah, so we would do that, and we would get home like 6:30 or something, and then you know be exhausted because we didn't get any sleep that night. It was usually during the summertime, so we would just go in and sleep till noon, and then we were all good. So there's that. I was, if I would have been my parent, oh my gosh, I would have beat my butt. I was awful. But I guess in a sense my parents were kind of naive, to that, and the all the things that I did. One time I told Sally this. I was like, you know, because everybody knows pretty much everything about us, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and so all the not so good stuff is going to come out. Um, but one time when I was with this guy, this boyfriend, we went into. He said that this house was vacant, like there was nobody living there, and he wanted, for some reason, they wanted to break into the house. So we go and we break into the house. We're walking around the house, and all of a sudden we hear a click, click, and all I heard was run, run. So I I don't I remember it, but I don't remember it. Like it's so long ago. But I could just imagine, and it sounds horrible because I would never do that in this day and age. At this moment in my life, I would never do something like that. But, being young and dumb, I I did some really dumb stuff. But that was pretty dumb. I mean, that whoever that was that had, I'm assuming, a pistol or some kind of a weapon, maybe probably a rifle or something. I can imagine how scared they were. Somebody sneaking in their house at night and, you know, walking around their house and everything. Oh my gosh. He could have just, popped a cap in somebody's butt or heart or whatever, and I could be dead right now. But anyway, I think that's three things. I'm going to go with that. If you get a chance, go over to Reseller Rowboat and subscribe to her channel because she has a great channel, very informative. She keeps up with all of our birthdays, and she keeps up with anything that's going on in anybody's life that they want to maybe get prayer for, or just somebody to just thoughts and prayers and everything. So if you get a chance, go over there and subscribe to her channel because she has a great channel. She does a lot of haul videos. She does a lot of, other videos, informative, teaches you how to do things on the computer, for eBay and stuff like that. And she's a very good person. And I'm glad that I have her as a friend. Definitely. I've made so many great friends, and it's just, you guys are a blessing to me because I don't know that I ever would have made it, 3.5 years ago. You guys have touched my life. So just, yeah, go over there and subscribe to her channel and make sure you check the bell so you know whenever she puts a new video up. Also, I have to tag 3 people. Let's see, who will I do? I'm gonna do Karen's at the beach. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. Oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna choose. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Fishing and picking. Alan. I'm gonna pick you. Challenge you. And who else? I'm going to choose Dottie Pina. She's a newcomer to the reseller squad and the reseller, the Picker Daily Hustle morning show that we do. So I'm going to choose those three people. I got to write those down so I can remember. Those three people, I'm challenging you to do three things that most people don't know about you. And because we want to get to know you, and this is fun. This is a great way to, just have fun and get to know people and know a little bit more about people. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, so my CB handle, this is number 4, just a little one, but my CB handle was as a kid was Little Dipper. There you go. And that was because when I was little, the freckles on my arm were in a Little Dipper shape, the constellation. So there you go. That's probably something somebody didn't know about me. Also, now I'm getting all these little ideas. Also, if you didn't know, most people know about it, but I have two different color eyes. I have a brown eye and a green eye. Sometimes it depends on if a lot of what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing something brown, they may turn more hazel. If I'm wearing something green, they may turn brown. But there's more of a hazel one. So it's like a greenish brown, and then I definitely have a dark brown eye. So there's 5 for you. I just thought I'd throw a few more in there just in case. I hope everybody has a great day. Hashtag reseller challenge, hashtag reseller rowboat. And I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.